We live. We got to talk about something. What up, everyone? We're back. It's another episode of
Yeah.
Herbal Tea Thursday with Shireen
Y'all,
and
it's your happy habits and lifestyle coach, Giovanni, host of the Empire Plates Empire Lives podcast. Y'all,
and
what up with Herbal Tea
what is
Thursday?
up? What is up? It is also the host of Voices and Vibes and Perspective Studio Productions. I don't really like that one. And Perspective Studio Productions.
But you
That
had a
one's a little
whole
better.
tag the last time. Did you ever
What
go
did I
back and
say?
see what
Well,
the
we
tag was?
create. I don't know. What did I say last time?
I
What
don't
we?
know, but it need to
We
be
got to
a
run
part
it
of your
back.
commercial. No. Need
Jumping
to
on
be
the
a part of your
cards.
commercial. But what up, y'all? How the vibes vibing? How the vibes vibing? Why Shireen getting the cards out? Let us
Girl, the
know.
cards are out. They fell.
Oh gosh. Let us know how the vibes are vibing or where you tuning in from. How the vibes vibing or where you tuning in from. Either one in the chat. Put your vibe in the chat. Put it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
chat.
Hold on.
Put it in the chat. Put your vibe in
And
the
then we'll
chat.
see
Put
it.
it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
How you doing today, Giovanni?
I am doing okay, Shireen.
Yeah.
I am doing okay. I feel like I sound a little nasally. I don't know if it's all the water. Been
Maybe
doing more
because
thinking about the water.
I wonder if it's because you're so close to my mic. No.
No, I sound like that in my own space.
Yeah, you do.
I can hear that in
what?
my own space.
I hear a lot of audio. Like,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I hear. And I dropped a card. Oh, let me grab it with my foot. Oh, let me see.
so
Whew. But you do sound. But how are you feeling? Are you feeling any which way, or are you feeling okay?
I did just wake up from a nap, but it wasn't the
Okay.
best, comfortable, cool, calm, and collected type of nap. But it was a nap. Yeah, it was a nap. I think I need less screen time.
Yeah. Do you find you're getting any headaches or anything?
No real headaches while looking at the screen.
Mhm.
A few times this week when I'm bending down, like putting something someplace or picking something up, I can feel a little light pressure on the right side of my head. But I think it was trying to read a book yesterday. My vision was a little difficult trying to read it, like putting it closer away. I mean, further away, bringing it back, thinking I need more lighting, thinking I need something to hit to the words. But even today, while I was working, I was responding to people requesting to be on the podcast and then putting some fillers out there to be on their podcast. And after a while, I saw myself kind of like feeling myself squinting. So I was like, I think I need a break before we go live tonight. Before live tonight. And so I did. Took a little. I see. Get it.
Yeah. You sing. I'm a dance.
I see. All right, so what we got, Shireen?
All right, one did pop out. And I was just seeing if anything else wants to come, but we good. Let me put that over there. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
How would you like to celebrate this chapter in your life? How would you like to celebrate this chapter? Say chapter.
All right, so I put it in the chat. And so if you want to bring it on the screen, I see how it shows up over here.
Okay.
I see now, is it still over me? Can you still see it over me?
Yeah, it is. But can you see it?
No, I can barely make out what it's saying.
Oh, me neither.
It just shows. I do see it though. It is visible. But
so
if you want to highlight it so
people
can see it on the screen. But how would you like to celebrate this chapter in your life? How would you like to celebrate it? I would like to celebrate it. I would probably like to celebrate it with a good vacation, some time away from
Mhm.
the space that I'm always in, some
Overdue.
good food, and probably would love to hear from people who have been on the journey with me since I first started this, since I first started the podcast, promoting my wellness business
Hmm.
and coaching. Like, I would love to hear them tell me how they've seen me evolve. I think being able to see it from the outside looking in, I did a that's what I would say. That's how I would want to celebrate. Hearing words from people who have been able to see my journey thus far and be able to let me know how I've been able to grow thus far, so I can really take in how I'm closing this chapter and preparing for the next. That's how I
Okay.
would like to
Okay.
celebrate.
How would I like to celebrate this chapter in my life? I feel like, well, when I was driving to the studio, I had a lot of things on my mind. I was talking to a few business owners, business friends that we check in with each other. And after a while, I was like, you know what? I need to, and I don't know why, but my whole spirit was like, you know what? I need to celebrate. So I just put on some soca and drove and pumped that shit up real loud and sang. And people were like looking at me and I was like waving to them and they don't know me and I didn't care, but I was singing. And I think the song actually also was like, we deserve a party, like we work all hard all week and we deserve a party. And it's funny because it makes me feel like the end of the week, right? Like when you work so hard and by the end of the week. And to me, today felt like Friday, and yet like even
Mhm.
from like yesterday it felt like I just finished a Friday, so it feels good to just like, just celebrate the present, celebrate everything I'm doing, because sometimes I feel like I get so in the mix of everything I'm doing that I just want to celebrate. Hey, girl, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. You're doing it. It sometimes, and I've been saying this for maybe the past couple of days, is like sometimes I feel like I'm doing a lot. I know I'm, wait, let me rephrase that. I know I'm doing a lot, but it doesn't feel like I'm doing a lot. It feels like I'm not doing enough. So I'm like, you know what? I need to change this vibe. I need to change this energy and let me just like celebrate just being present. So,
Agreed. And I love that. And that actually is going to roll us right into our wellness win, Shireen, because it's something that you just talked about in regards to your reflection. But before we get into our wellness wins, y'all make sure you have subscribed to both of our YouTube channels. Give us a thumbs up on this live so we know that you tuned in. And make sure
yeah,
that
girl.
YouTube knows that we
It's
are dropping good vibes and value so it can help push our show out to others. So please make sure you subscribe. If you already subscribed to our channels, drop vibe in the chat so we know that you've already subscribed to our vibes. And if you are a fan of another platform, make sure you connect with us on those platforms. All of that information is in our show notes. Both of our information is in the show notes. So make sure you come through. How we looking out there? How we looking out there?
so I
How we
can't see what I'm typing. So I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay,
And
so
if there's a
I
spelling
definitely need you to
mistake,
take that off. Take that off the screen. Take that
hold
off the
on, hold
screen.
on.
So I was trying to tell Nayetta it was a birthday girl
Hmm.
request. So she said we went early. We decided to go
What
early
does
today.
say
Maybe you
birthday
need to
girl?
take it. You
Oh,
can't.
day girl
So
request.
it was supposed to be birthday girl request, but I knew I was getting
Okay.
ready to start talking. Yeah. But
Hmm.
all shoot tapped in on the check-in and said loved
Hmm.
ones, nope, with daily gratitude, vacation, good music, and food. And then
Hmm.
Crystal with the K. What up, Crystal with the K?
What
Loved
up,
ones, live
Crystal?
music, and food. And then Nayetta, I don't think she has responded yet
No, I
on
went
the
through all of these. I
check-in.
put them all on the screen.
You have been. You
Yeah,
you click.
yeah, I
You
put them all on
driving.
the screen.
You driving. So anybody else that's tuning in right now live, the check-in question is: how would you like to celebrate this chapter in your life? How would you like to celebrate this chapter in your life? What's the check-in? And while
And
you
we
all
have
are
this.
checking in, while you are
Okay,
checking in, huh?
go ahead. I just want to jump in and say
Go ahead.
something. I was going to say
Go
we're
ahead.
trying
Go
a
ahead.
new
Go ahead.
feature here. So if you
Jump in.
see this thing, can you, the folks in the chat, can you actually read this? because there's like this
Can
new
y'all read the
feature.
comments on the screen? Not the ones we
Mhm,
typically post, but the new feature that our
mhm.
streaming platform is showing. Can y'all actually see those comments on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll shoot say yes.
Oh, okay. I can't. You know what? My camera is in the way of my comments, so I think. Let me see if I
Is it
do this.
covering my name on your screen when you see it?
It probably is. Well, I could
Oh, and
see
all
something.
shoot said small, but I can see it. See, so it's small for us too.
It's
So we can
smaller for
barely see
everybody. Yeah, it's
it.
a
Yeah.
new feature. It's in beta. So we thought, well, let's try it. But let's see. I'm sure it's showing the same way. What does this
Yes, it's
say?
covering your name. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's there. Oh, shoot. There's more. Hold on. What's the check-in? Okay, she read that. Being
So being
selfish and at
selfish
peace
at
and stop
peace
being
and
a
stop
save
being a
on
saver person. I
save
know
on
that's right.
what is it? Save on 3
It's
person?
no, it's saver person. She's just being mindful of her words.
Oh, girl, tell me the word. I'll
Just
say
like
it.
that. Saver. Oh.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
s-
Oh, yep.
small, but I can see it. Okay, I'm just getting here.
Okay, we're not about to act like that, Shireen. Just turn the thing up. Just turn it off. just
Giovanni is covered.
just turn it
No, it's
off.
not. That doesn't. That
I
even if I
know
turn
it's the
that off,
screen
that's not what
thing
I'm
that you
trying to
don't understand.
sing. I'm just trying to see the
I know.
actual comments on my screen. Yeah, I can't see it. So it is under. I'm trying to look behind the camera to see if I'm missing any comments back there. I can't even see where Crystal. She is so funny, girl. All right.
So wellness win. I'm gonna go with my wellness win was I was, and it kind of flows from the check-in. I kind of feel like,
What
names are
happened?
no longer there.
Then I see them.
Oh, they're back now.
Maybe
This
there's
is
a
fun.
delay. Maybe there's a delay on their
Mhm,
side because yeah,
probably
we can
so.
still see them. Yeah.
From live in the studio to out there to the
Hmm.
broadcasting. My not check in, my wellness win was I was really getting caught up in my feelings. And it kind of goes into our topic a little bit today, but not scheduling out multiple pieces of content like I did in June. I was on it in June, and when I got back to town in July, I've just really been struggling to get my content scheduled, and I just wasn't feeling it. Then I started getting in my feelings about the content that I have been putting out there, and I really just had to do a practice that I've never done before. I'm not huge on journaling, but I had to do feelings versus facts, and so every raw feeling that I had, I wrote it down in a notebook, and then I matched it with a fact that went along with that feeling. And so it was very much so good because I was able to kind of dissolve the feelings that I was feeling because I attached it to a fact that was more so true than how I was just caught up in my feelings. And that went really well for me. And so that is my wellness win, in addition to drinking a little bit more water than I have been in a long time. I'm almost getting 2 liters in a day, and that's not my thing. So those are my wellness wins.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Journaling is definitely needed. I need to get into journaling some more. I've just not been doing that as much. But my wellness win is I celebrated my birthday this week. So,
Hey,
another day or what do they call it? Spin around the moon, the sun, the whatever, whichever
another
part.
orbit around the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Just spin
So my
around.
birthday,
Get
my
your solar
birthday, my
spin.
birthday. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm sure there's other things that I cannot think of at the
That's
moment.
good. And that, I
Mhm.
think that's still a blessing, and that's something
Of
worth
course.
celebrating.
Of
I
course.
love
I'm alive. Hello. I'm
that
celebrating my
part.
life. I'm
That
alive.
part.
I'm
That's
celebrating life. Healthy,
a
feeling
win for
good.
all of us every time we come in here to
Feeling
put that
good.
down.
Yes. Celebrating my good old birthday with my family, with my kids. So, you know, feels good.
That's good. I see that. You saw what Nayetta put her wellness win up
Nope.
there? I don't know if you can. Okay.
Nope.
The
Happy.
wellness win that she said is becoming mindful of what I put in my body and how I move my body.
I like
That's
it,
her wellness
Netta.
win. That's a beautiful win. I was
Mhm.
actually talking about that earlier today, Nayetta. Just the fact that for so long we've never really been taught to be mindful of what we're putting inside of our body and what's actually happening inside our body. People teach us about like the organs, your systems, like your body's made up of all these different systems, but they never really taught us how to really take care of those systems and what to properly eat, what to drink, how to move, and how it affects. Like no one really ever broke that down for us to live like our optimal health and wellness type of life. And I don't know if that's because there's a system that wants to keep us sick, or it's like, oh, that's just on you on how you want to figure out how to live your life. But I think for me, it wasn't until getting sick that I started to care deeply about what was actually happening and being intentional about what was going on inside my body than I ever had been. So
I don't
that part.
I don't actually, let me see what she says there.
I said the same thing with 2 health
Like, what's the
degrees.
purpose of health class in school?
And
I was
it's
gonna I was gonna say that even if it's not, maybe not in school, but
mhm.
around family, like, I feel like I've known about different herbs and things like that. Like, my grandmother has always had a garden, or we had a garden growing up. So there's always around family or people around me, I've kind of always known about different herbs, or it's been just very natural. It's been a part of whatever we do on a natural basis. It's funny because I can't remember if it was during your live. Um, you were talking about not needing to eat a lot of meat, or just for your own benefits. But I think it was my kids and I, we were talking about, we didn't really grow up eating a lot of meat, even though there was always a portion of meat in our meal. It wasn't like a huge amount of meat. So even with my kids growing up, sure, there's a bit of meat there, but it's not like we had this big old steak and we had this big portion of meat. We had some meat. Even when you make spaghetti, it's not like there's more pasta than there is actually meat. You know what I mean? So
Or
there's usually,
sauce.
yeah, yeah, there's exactly, but we didn't actually intentionally eat a lot of meat. It was just like smaller portions. If anything, I would say like carbs and vegetables have been the majority, but it's always been pretty natural, and the herbs. Um, but like I'm accustomed to knowing, and I feel like just from hearing it from my family members, like the elders in the family, is like, take this herb because this is for this, do this for this. So I didn't look to school for that, but it's been pretty normal.
And maybe that's
Yeah.
a cultural thing, or it could just be what certain families have. Because I know there's like home remedies, like there's other things
Hmm.
people might do, like when you are sick. But I don't think it was at a place where it was how you took care of yourself every day, what is needed versus we're address like here's a problem, this is how we're addressing it with this remedy, or like in your family with this herb type stuff. And I think we didn't have my great granddaddy had a farm, but it was like chickens.
Hmm.
So you get the eggs from it, but it's not like where you got a whole bunch of different produce where most of your stuff came from farm to table. Like there was
Hmm.
still some grocery store or farmers market or things that you had to get from, other places that wasn't already provided in home. But I like that you talked about that. Like meat wasn't the center of the stage, and I think
It's
that's what
never
it is
been.
now.
Yeah.
It's now a bigger thing about the whole where do you get your protein from, and oh, if you're not getting it from your meat, where are you getting it from? Like it is definitely more of the feature of your plate is the meat versus all of the other things that make it a good experience.
Yeah. No, for us, I feel like we did grow things in our garden, in our backyard, even on the side of the house. There's always something we've always had raspberries, we've always had mint. That was just very, very normal. We've always had an apple tree, we've always had vegetables growing. Like those things are very, very. And then in Trinidad, there's you're eating from the ground all the time, right? And so growing up, my father would talk about like provision, provision, provision. You'd have a little piece of meat, or you'd have a little piece of fish, or Nayeta's talking about, not eating your chitlins. Sure, growing up, there was always like a little piece of pork here, but it wasn't the biggest thing for us. It was like, make sure you're getting your provision because that is what make you a strong person. Like it was just a part of like culturally, it was just natural to eat a lot of vegetables. And then um like little things. Okay, well, the way things are prepared, it would be like coconut is actually put into like rice and peas, or coconut is put into stuff to help break down the rice. But this is things that were not, it was known that that's because it's not natural for your body. So some of it is where you're saying, yeah, we weren't taught in school, but culturally, a lot of it was kind of passed down, even if we didn't know what it was. Like for myself, it was actually kind of passed down. We would put this in the food because this actually helps you digest better, right? Yeah.
If your family was even privy to have someone pass that type of knowledge down, because
If,
that definitely, yeah,
yeah.
that definitely
Mhm,
wasn't even the case. Like I could talk
mhm,
about eating certain like fruits or starting your day with fruits and stuff, and I would get like, well, fruit's not food, and it's like, well, when was fruit never food? Like, what do you mean? And so it's definitely, yes, that if part, right? Because if it's not there,
mhm.
it's not there, and then it takes
Yeah,
so much more um thought shifting, belief shifting
yeah,
around food being medicinal, like healing and what's necessary and what's needed, versus now having to compare it to medication, over the counter drugs, what the doctor says, what is needed based on someone else telling you what you need to have, versus the food kind of leading the way
yeah,
of what you're eating, what makes you feel good, even just knowing based on the experience you have personally with your body, than someone telling you what you need to eat and have. And I think I feel like in my family, we've gotten more accustomed to listening what other people tell you need to have, while still having a comfortable relationship with just eating whatever, whenever,
mhm,
because I'm taking a medication or prescription or something else. Or people lived long and they ate whatever they wanted to and they were just fine. Like it's
mhm.
those types of belief systems that are harder to shift, to
Yeah,
be able to help people more, through letting food be a space to heal, especially good food that we've already kind of like you talked about the curries, that y'all enjoy in your culture, and I enjoy y'all curries too.
mhm,
And so it's just good to eat good food sometimes that were already healing when they put it together,
yeah.
healing in mind, when you put it together. So
Yeah, and I was gonna say also, I actually grew up with a lot of allergies. So,
mm.
not like how people have nasal allergies, and I was always allergic to dairy, like growing up, right? So
Call
I
me
didn't eat.
out.
Sorry, no, I don't know that you have that type of I'm not calling anybody, and I'm just
No, because
talking
remember
about
I
my
said
own
I'm sounding a
experience.
little nasally, and you was like, "Well, I'm getting
Girl,
them in
no,
the
no,
audio."
I'm talking about my own
I'm
experience.
kidding.
Um, um, yeah, I've always been allergic to dairy growing up. So eggs and milk is something that I could not eat. And yeah, sure, my stepmom would again, she raised us, but she did just like move from Grenada and raise us. But then because of that, she would look naturally for things that she could prepare things for me. So I ate a lot of things made from banana because I couldn't have milk, right? Like she would make these things. And I guess culturally we didn't really eat out a lot. um it was a lot of home cooked meals. Like we did eat the pastas and stuff, but more like convenience. And I feel like it's more as we became adults, then we started eating really bad. But culturally, um we didn't actually eat out a lot. Food was cooked all the time. And even if anything was made, like cakes, and yeah, sure, they were made, but like everything, most things were pretty much homemade for us. Yeah, like
I
I
like
think,
that for you, because
yeah,
not everybody takes that intentional approach to say, "Oh, my child is experiencing eczema," or "Oh, my child is having a lot of allergic reactions to this. So
mhm.
let me change what they're eating." In my experience, I've just seen people look for something that they can give their child, like a over the counter. I don't want to call it supplement, but some type of um.
A prescription, because
It
I
doesn't even
have
have to be. It's like the. Go ahead. You have
no,
thought.
I was gonna say, because I have eczema, and my reaction for like is if I ate dairy, my eczema would flare up, right?
Mhm.
And so she was very conscious of the food that she fed me, my mom, but I still needed the medication. But actually, to be honest, so I had two things. I needed the medication, but she also found me, and we lived like, sure, Toronto, there's black people. We actually lived out in Alberta. So there's barely any black people when we were growing up. And the people that were there, they migrated there from the Caribbean, and then a few people from Africa. Like it was not a huge black community, right?
How
But
did
I
you
did
get that with
have an
dairy?
African doctor that would give us like natural things. I was still
Mhm.
needed the medication, the prescription,
Right.
but the African doctor was really trying to like help heal me like with more natural things. Yeah.
How did your stepmom know that it was dairy related? Was it because she saw you eating the things and that's when you would have the reaction, or did she like look into it?
I mean, I was too young to know those things.
Okay, that's another thing I was about to think about because my brother, I had eczema growing up too, but my brother had it even worse, like in different places. But I never once saw it was like we're getting on plant-based milks, we're cutting out the cheese, we're doing
Oh yeah.
like the sugar needs to stop. And I was talking to one of my students last year. She was a senior, and she had bad eczema too, because
Mhm.
with the juices they see in my lifestyle, they see me eat differently, they want to try things. I'm all for it. And she talked about the eczema. She talked about taking like oatmeal baths and stuff like that
Mhm.
to kind of better help her skin. But then when I was telling her about the dairy and the sugar, she was like, "Oh, I don't know about that, Miss Ford. That's a little too much."
Yeah.
So sometimes I wonder if people even knew what was causing the issues with their kids in regards to their environment, i.e., asthma. Sometimes it's the toxins, the things that's happening in the home with the air, or what foods could help without the pressure on their lungs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
And Nayeta's saying blood test, which is true. I'm sure we all got blood tested. And we also had, like, I grew up with other friends that had eczema and my siblings as well. But some of it is hereditary, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
my father had eczema and things like that. So it's not like the doctors didn't know either. But yeah, we definitely probably just took blood tests. Um, but as I said, yeah, like a skin test. I know for my son, for Blue, we did a skin test, and that's how we found out that he has like an anaphylactic allergy, right?
Mm.
But the eczema, the patches, like, I mean, the doctors have been around, so eczema's been around. So, you see it and it's like, oh wait, is that just like new birth eczema, or is that an actual allergy? Okay, well, when you also, I think like the process of elimination, the more you eat some of this, the more they break out. So we believe it's this. And
If
then
you paid attention.
my parents 100% paid attention,
No,
right?
I'm talking about
Uh,
others, not
yeah,
y'all, but just
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I forgot what else, but yeah, I don't know how we
And I
got so
think
deep on
something
this.
else in regards to that too, Shereen, when you were talking about hereditary or you see it in your
Hmm.
family, just because
Hmm.
you see it in your family, because that was a thing with me, doesn't mean that it's not something you shouldn't bring up or research to figure out why it's happening.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was like the unwanted facial hair. Well, I saw other people in my family, so I was just like, okay, well, it run in my family. Never did I think about, let me tell my doctors, like they see me in here with this, facial hair and stuff. They not saying anything. They see me
Hmm.
saying I don't have periods all the time. That's regular. When they say, well, when's your last period? Like some things that we find that are hereditary and we just don't know about it doesn't necessarily mean we just chunk it up to it's in our family. Sometimes we need to kind of take a deeper dive to figure out why is it still happening and how can I make this change for my family if it's even possible. Another thing was sweating, like at night. Like sometimes I wake up drenched. Then I remember sometimes my granddaddy, when he woke up, he would sweat a lot. That
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily mean, oh, because it's in my family, it's all good. But I did that, not noting that could be a hormonal issue. Something else is off. Waking up and you're drenched in sweat, and
Yeah.
everybody else is fine and it's not hot in the house.
We still looked into things like, I know Nayara saying a journal, and as my brother got older, like so my brother has sickle cell anemia. And so we definitely did blood tests and check things. It wasn't like, oh, it's just in the family, and we didn't dive into understanding it like back then. And even now, I'm sure it's a bit better, but like with sickle cell anemia, um the lifespan of a black male is low. It's like 26. And I remember just knowing this because it's been said in the household, but we definitely I know like a lot of things that have been said, but I don't actually remember how I was told because things are pretty openly discussed in our household.
Right.
Um, or like growing up, it was pretty, I just remember a lot of things that were said, but back then it's not like we didn't look into it. Like my parents definitely went down that path of trying to understand things. And sickle cell was one major thing because my brother was always sick, but not enough research, and we're already in a different community that doesn't have a lot of black people in it, and how many people have sickle cell anemia out west.
Mhm.
So just understanding, we definitely looked into things. Yeah.
That's good. That's an
Mhm.
empowered family right there. When you're looking into it and getting the knowledge and knowing. I with you, Nayad, on the journals. All
Mhm.
right, so that was a good little wellness deep
Yeah, we
dive that we
went
took
right
there.
into there.
Thank y'all for engaging in the chat. Hopefully you
Mhm.
got something out of that. Ultimately, don't ignore the signs, the signals, the messages that your body is giving you. Do the research, do the insight, journal it, take it someplace else so you can get a better understanding of what's actually happening in your body, on your body. And then Shireen.
Wait, I got a confession. Don't change the
Uh-oh.
subject yet. So my daughter and I went, why do you look so scared? So
Because
my
you said
daughter
a
and I,
confession. Like I don't know
it
what's
is.
about
You
to
have to look
happen.
scared.
Oh,
So
okay.
my daughter and I went walking yesterday, and so I've been seeing a lot of content about like watermelon fast and things like that. And so she's like, "Oh, mom." Like yesterday, she was like, "Oh, mom, why don't you? When was the last time you went to the doctors?" And I'm like, "I have no need. Like I've had smaller needs, right? Hold on, where's she going? Where's she going? These are damn straight. So, um, you said like we check into it, and it's funny because when we're younger, or what as we're growing up, we definitely checked into it. But as I got older, I definitely do more natural remedies just by nature. I'm not the type to gravitate to a lot of medicine. I will always kind of look. Oh, what can we do? What kind of herbs? I'm so into diving into the herbalist natural path of like solving things or identifying things or those things. But I feel I've been eating a lot of, this was actually going to be my win, but I forgot. I've been eating a lot of melons this whole week, and I'm like, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, and I will not say I'm going to do it yet, but I feel like I really want to try a watermelon fast, but
Let's
I'm
go!
scared to say it out loud.
Let's do it!
On my
They
way to
love
the
when we do
studio.
our challenges. They love when we do our challenges. You hear Spencer? He's with it too. Spencer's with it too.
I
Let's do
hate
it.
saying it out loud because, like, whenever I say it out
Oh,
loud, the pressure be pressuring. I
it's
hate saying it out loud.
there. Your
But
body
on the
said,
way,
I enjoyed it. I've been grabbing. Yeah, oh, shoot, you hear it? Let's go. All right.
listen,
So
listen, hold on.
let's go
I
for
want
the
to type. I want to
benefits.
type. I want to
Let's
type
go
back
for the
up.
benefits. I am with it.
I am so terrified of saying it out loud because
Oh, don't be. There's so many great things that come from it. We
so I
love these
bought,
things.
so on my way to the studio, because I have been watching videos. And on the way to the studio, I can't, on the way to the studio, I was like, man, I did a UE. I went right back to the grocery store and bought a bunch of watermelons
And you doing U-turns. Let's go.
because all week I have been eating like as much, like the melons have been like a little smaller. Not, these were not watermelons. But I've just been like eating them. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting closer and closer to this. Let me just go buy some watermelons. So don't be
All
pressuring
right.
people.
Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Y'all down for
We
a
want to see a
watermelon or
challenge.
a melon fast cleanse? Drop it in the
A
chat. It's
watermelon
community
challenge.
time.
I can't
Tap
even see where I'm
in.
typing.
Tap in. Are y'all interested? Watermelon
A
or
watermelon
melon challenge?
challenge.
Tap in.
I can't even see where I'm writing. Giovanni, so next week I have four events to go to. Okay. So I was thinking that I'm trying to turn this off. I was thinking I'm not gonna go all watermelon. I'll probably still do, like yesterday I only had a salad. And then I had some probiotics. I can't even see. I'm see. How many days should I leave? What? How many days should I leave? I don't know what that means. Like how many
No,
days
she
for the
said how
salad?
many days? Because she's trying to think, should I dip out so I don't have to be a part of the
No,
challenge? Should I
you
go
gotta
ahead
be
and
a
leave
part
it
of this.
alive?
Everybody
And I
in the
told
chat gotta
her,
experience it. Everybody in the chat. Everybody
nah.
has to
I
hit the
mean, it could
grocery
be,
store.
you tell us how many days you might be interested in. It could be 3 days. It could be 1 day if you wanted it
Girl,
to be. Like, just tell us what you're interested in. Remember, it's your healing, your journey, but the fact that we're doing it all together means we're not doing it alone. Like,
mm-hmm.
accountability is a whole vibe. And Nayetta, you talked about the energy. You talked about the energy.
Listen, can you see all my responses?
I
So,
cannot with you with this ghetto lean trying to
I
see.
know. Oh, I didn't see the other one. I actually wrote more than that. I wrote start with 3, then move to 5, then go to 14. I can't even take this damn thing off.
14.
So I have been watching people, Giovanni,
So no,
do
I'm just
like
saying
3
this
to
is what you're
4.
thinking. You're gonna go, you're gonna take it in chunks for you.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a community, are y'all down with 3 days? Are y'all
I
down
want to
with
do
just 3?
so this is my proposal. Do it your way. This is my proposal.
Always.
So what I'd like to do, I would like to maybe like do the one thing I'm not gonna give up is I'm not gonna give up coffee. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna drink my coffee. And so I would like to do OMAD and just like a bunch, not OMAD. I just like to have like one meal and then a bunch of watermelon. And then next week I have 4 events to go to. So I would probably do the watermelon during the day. And then when I go to that event, I'll have whatever meal they're offering, like whatever meal they're serving. And then the days are staggered. So maybe I try. What is that? Is she crawling? Is that an ant? Or that better not be a roach?
I don't, because it doesn't look like 3 watermelon on
No,
the way.
it looks like she's crawling out of here. Crawl back,
No,
girl.
Nayetta, bring it back.
But I would like to, after next week, or maybe even the first week of August, get to the point where I can go the
Okay.
whole week.
It's crickets. I like it, Shireen.
Mm.
I think that sounds good for you if you feel like because you're going to be in different environments that you need to adjust. I
Modify it,
love
yeah.
the flow of your fruit all day until that one day you have something else. You have a different type of meal because it's leading you into it. But after, you have your events and what you got going on, you're planning to go solely on just the watermelon, right? That's what you're doing because you're saying you starting off with watermelon during the day and then at the evening you're having that one meal. Are you ever moving to just the watermelon? Because that's what's wrong with that other eye.
I'm trying to act like I'm frozen, so I don't have to.
That's not it, because that is not it. You're
I'm
not
trying to be
it at
frozen.
all. It's one thing to prep into it. It's another thing to never go all in. So
Why?
what's
I don't need
happening?
to swim. But we'll see. So I do not want to feel pressure. I want to be able to, because I
Yeah, you
know me.
shouldn't.
When the pressure comes, I'll be like, listen, guys, I didn't make it.
And that's fine.
Mhm,
But you
mhm.
said you've seen a lot of content showing where people
Oh
have
my
had a lot
gosh,
of
they are just
benefits
losing
and
that
what they're
water weight.
doing. So, I
They're-
mean, and it's more than even just that, but being able to really allow your body to show up just processing that one food, it can do
Yeah.
wonders for your body and the organs when it comes to like really cleaning stuff up and detoxing. So,
I think a lot of water, not yet. Everybody's body's different. I have a lot of water retention. So for me, it would be to release that water retention. Like other people who may not have that much water retention may not have all of that to release. They'll detox, but like I just want to drop like get rid of 20 pounds of water. I don't need it. I don't want to see it. Like, let me get to a certain number, and then that will help kick off other things, you know?
You should definitely feel energetic, Nayetta. You don't have to, it's not one of those things where you have to stay near the bathroom from number two, but because you're consuming so much more water by eating the watermelon and potentially
Mhm.
juicing the watermelon, you're going to need to do number one. So you're going to be urinating because it's going to be helping flush out your body. So yes to the bathroom with having to tinkle, depending on how hydrated your body already is now. So like I'm somebody who doesn't typically like to drink a lot of water. But this week I've been doing at least 2 liters a day. So if your body's already accustomed to being highly hydrated, then you're not going to see too much of a change in regards to how often you're going to go do number one. But in regards to number two, it's just going to help keep flushing things happening, but it's not going to be like oh, I need a pamper, or oh, I can't leave the house for these 3 days because I just don't know when it's going to get messy like that. It shouldn't be like that. But it also determines how the state your body's already in and what you've already been consuming. So if you've already been kind of a healthy person or eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff regularly and not a whole bunch of junk, it shouldn't cause too much of a shift for your body. But always listen to it.
I seen this one post that talked about like a slice of watermelon, and it can't be fully accurate, but like a slice or 2 slices is the equivalent of drinking 2 glasses of water. Now, je ne sais pas. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but I have 2 camps a week for the whole month of July. You'll be good, girl. Just walk with a bottle to pee in. No, I don't think. I think you'll be okay. If now it's just think of it as a snack. You don't have to go all in, Nayetta. You don't have to go all in. But so, Giovanni, what you saying? If we try,
2 camps a week. If you go to the bathroom before and you don't drink any watermelon or eat any while you're driving, I think you're going to be fine. You might have to go again by the time you get there. But no, I don't think you have to stop every 2 hours. That wasn't my case for me, even when I was doing my liquid detox. So I don't think it'll be that much of an issue, just depending on how much you've taken in before you drive and after you drive.
so
But
I
because
say,
you're eating it shouldn't be as intense as just drinking a whole bunch, huh?
well, I say let's ease into it. So I'm gonna not just eat it. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah. Me
Like I'm
too.
a
I'm
lemon it.
definitely juicing it. I'm definitely juicing
Yeah,
it, and I'm
I'm a
definitely
juice
eating it. I
it.
gotta have it 2 ways. Like I gotta have a good variety. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely start off with like a watermelon juice, and then I'll probably eat it. I
Mm-hmm.
might come back for some more juice, and then I'm gonna eat some more. I'm probably not gonna. It's probably good to drink water in between, but
Yeah, I'm 100% drinking water,
I might try
and
to get in a liter a day, not 2, because I'm already consuming all of the other juice and the watermelon. So I'm not trying to just be like out here full of it a mug.
well, I will definitely be drinking water, and I'll probably make some sea moss to throw into my stuff. I will eat a meal, but I'll try to. I've been eating a lot of cucumbers. I've been eating a lot of melons, like water-based foods, lately. So I'll probably have like a cucumber and carrot salad or something like that. Like I've been eating a lot of cucumbers,
You
and
sure
I'll
can add cayenne and lime.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely.
I might
I
even
can't
if you
see.
want to add a little Himalayan pink salt with the
Mm-hmm.
for the electrolytes, you can do that too.
Yep.
Now those are
Yep.
really good things to add.
Yeah. So
Common sense.
I
So
say
maybe
let's
I
just
think
like
it's
do
just
it.
be sensible,
Yeah.
Shireen, with the one meal that you do have. Like, don't make it
Mhm.
like rice, chicken, and all of these other things. But if it's sensible and kind of aligned, somewhat raw, grounded, if you need, some type of cooked veggie of some sort, I think if you just make it a sensible one meal, it'll still allow you to reach the benefits or the goals that you have with losing the weight, like part of it being the weight loss without you feeling so restrictive that you don't have that one meal
So
out the day.
I think when I'm easing into it, I'm still gonna eat a meal, but I'll probably have more portion control. Like I don't eat like huge meals as it is, but
Probably
like
more food
I
than
want to
one.
ease into it. So eating fruit first thing in the morning, like that's actually quite normal. But
And then eating
but
it in the lunchtime hour.
no, just like I actually enjoy my first meal to be fruit. That's what I mean. So that part is actually quite normal. Like I will go a good, like, I could actually 2 days of this week, I ended up kind of fasting, but not on purpose, right? Like, I didn't even have anything until the end of the day because we lost power. So I was just laid out in the heat. So I was just drinking water and laid out. So there was 2 days, and then I think the second day I just had like a salad. Um, I think yesterday all I had was, did I have a salad yesterday? I had a salad, and then I had some kimchi. I've been eating a lot of kimchi lately.
That's good.
Kimchi, and I did have like a burger, but not buns. I just have the actual patty with kimchi, right? So I have probiotics and prebiotics. That's really what I've been doing. And then I have my magnesium. So I want
That's
to
good.
ease into
So,
it. So by the first week of August, I could
so what we
go
doing? 3 days?
3 days for me, 3 days of easing in. What's your 3 days?
3 days of easing in. Okay, 3 days, Nayetta. I just want to
Yeah.
try to stick with the time
Yeah.
frame
Yeah.
that
I'm good with 3 days easing
the
in.
community would like to go with it.
Yeah.
3 days. I don't know. Did we lose all shoot? Is all
Let's
shoot still
see.
in there? Crystal with the K still there? Anybody else? I can't see. I'm not driving it, so I don't know how many people watching live
We
up
got a few
there.
people here. We got a
Okay,
few
I
people.
can't see it, but I'm definitely down with 3 days.
Mhm.
Juicing and
Oh,
eating
Nate is
the
down too.
watermelon bowl.
Mhm,
I'm gonna
mhm.
start with one. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So we're doing 1 day or 3 days. 1 day or 3 days.
I,
All
I'm
shoot
gonna try
eating.
my 3 days. Everybody can pick theirs.
But
Pick
you're
between your one
doing
two.
3 days with a sensible meal, right? At the
Yeah, yeah,
end.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And Nayetta, you doing 1 day
Mhm,
all melon?
mhm. I'll shoot. What you doing? Not a watermelon
Oh,
fan, but I could do 3 day juicing and eating. Okay. Crystal has her
oh,
own. Her own. Yeah. So three
okay.
days
So
of
I'll
juicing.
I'll try two maybe. Okay,
Where's
so we got 1, 2, and you got three with an ease in, right?
yeah, yeah. What do you got,
Okay.
Giovanni?
I'll go with the three. And I'll
Okay.
go three. I'll go
Are you
three all in.
all in?
Three all
Okay.
in. Juicing and eating. So just
Okay.
juicing and eating just straight watermelon. No other meal. And I will attempt to also consume the water. So my
So,
goal would be three
okay.
days. So we got
And
the 1, 2, 3, and then check in when we come back through. What day we starting? We just got to get the three
I'm
days
starting
in before.
tomorrow.
You start tomorrow.
Yeah, girl. I just told you I bought some watermelon.
Oh yeah, you did do that. Bust that U-turn. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we'll definitely make sure the 3 days or the 1 day or the 2 day is done before we come back to
Mhm,
Herbal Tea Thursday next week, so we know how it goes, how it flows
mhm.
for you. So that's definitely a vibe. But I have to find my watermelon too. Crystal with the K. I need to get me some good
I shoot
seeded
Monday, Tuesday.
watermelon. I want to do red and I really want to do yellow. I haven't found really good seeded yellow meat watermelon yet.
I
So
can't
I'm gonna
even
be on
find
the
seated.
lookout for that
I
probably
have to
this
look for
weekend.
seated.
And I'll probably do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll probably do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay.
Wait. Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait.
Okay.
Wait, wait,
Monday
wait.
for Crystal with the K. I got it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's
Offshoot
go.
said Sunday, Monday or Tuesday as well.
Uh-huh. Oh, it looks
Okay, so
like
I gotta
Monday.
what you saying. I need to find some seated. Yeah, I have to
Yep.
look
So
for
give us some
seated.
time. So today, Thursday. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday to find us some seeded watermelon. And Nayetta, there's a watermelon person that I saw on Instagram or TikTok that's near, like right outside, I think right outside of Charlotte, someplace. I'm not quite sure. It's some lady that has really good watermelon in like a watermelon truck on the side of the road. But let's get our fillers out, y'all. Let's do some SEO searches on TikTok, Instagram. Looking for the seeded watermelon
Mhm.
plugs.
I think
To
I
see what we
think we
have.
need to I think we need to change the title of this episode because we've been on.
No, but that's we're flowing right into it because guess what's going to happen with us with
Well,
the
actually,
watermelon?
this is well. Hold on,
That's
hold on.
exactly what it is.
We're just
Craving
okay.
discipline.
Hold on. Can I
Wanting,
read it?
mm,
Go
go
say.
ahead.
I
You
just want to say,
read it.
can I read this? Can I read
Read
this?
it.
Okay, so we're craving more discipline. I guess it's not even a discipline I was thinking. It's just a whole different discipline. So we're craving more discipline in our personal habits, our wellness, and our business. But the truth is, we haven't been showing up the way we need to. In this episode, we're being honest about the gap between what we want and what we're doing. Well, you know what? It's so crazy because I always think we're like, I know we talk wellness sometimes, but I always think about business when I'm coming in. Let's talk about the emotional weight of consistency, the resistance that shows up, and how we're gently easing in, choosing discipline as an act of self trust, not pressure. Okay, it aligns. It aligns. It aligns. I'm happy. I'm happy.
It
I'm happy.
does. It
It does.
does. It does align. All right.
Mhm.
So Nayetta said she's gonna do it on Wednesday. She's gonna do her one day on Wednesday. Y'all
Okay.
make sure you kind of notate, journal, notate. You can do a voice
Mhm.
note,
It
audio,
is.
just write something down. Let us know how your body feels. Let us know how you're doing mentally, like how
Mhm.
you're creating that discipline to go after it. We saw that I don't know if it was all Shoot or Crystal with the K saying they don't even really like watermelon like that, but they're down
Crystal.
to do it for the benefits. Yeah,
No, she's
Crystal.
gonna she's gonna do her she's gonna do juicing, and she's gonna do another meal, is what she had said. She doesn't. She said I need to find some watermelon. Okay, Crystal. Yeah, because
I
here
didn't
she
see,
said I'm not a fan.
but I can do
Crystal,
3 days
welcome
juicing
aboard,
and
honey.
eating. So she's juicing and eating it. That's
Mhm.
what's up.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So I'm for
Yeah.
it. So just make sure y'all document the journey, how it is for you, being intentional. If it's hard, if it's easy, where you find it, check your PLU code. So if you really want organic, look for the 9 code. But
Girl,
don't
I
get
cannot
anything
find
that
active.
starts with an 8. If it starts with an 8, it ain't great. Avoid it. So do not get
Mm.
anything with the PLU code that starts with the 8. But if you can, go with the 9 organic. But if you can just go straight to a farmer or somebody who's got it farm head at a farmer's market, just get you some good seeded watermelon if possible. So you can
I
have the
have
good
the
experience.
hardest time finding seeded. It's actually quite crazy up here. I don't even know the last time I've seen seeded.
I believe it.
Yeah, so I the ones I picked up, I know they're not seeded, but
And that's okay too. Seedless is okay too.
so what
There's
one of my objectives is for my locks to grow, and
okay.
so nourishing my body on the inside with a lot of water um is one of my goals. So
Come on.
I'm
You
happy
got
we're doing
this.
this.
Let's go for it. I'm happy
Mhm.
that you weren't so scared to just admit it. And I'm glad your daughter
Give you
kept
the
the conversation.
confession.
Right, and that's right. It's okay. So just pay attention to those
Mhm.
PLU codes. Check out the Juice with the Forest playlist. I did some on I think the last episode. I talked about some of the codes and what they mean, and then I did another episode, the seeded versus the seedless, just for you to keep in mind some of the benefits that you do get from both of them, and then kind of what to be mindful of. So check out the Juicing with the Forest playlist on my YouTube channel, and that'll definitely help you out. And anybody who's catching the replay, y'all can join us too. Just make sure you come back next week and let us know how the experience went, because you didn't tap in and tell us if you're doing 1 day, 2 days, 3 days.
Or put it in the
Um,
comments and tap in
right.
that way.
There
Mhm.
you go. Most definitely. Let us know in the comments, because I know the live comments we won't see once this is
Mhm.
posted, but the ones after it's already out there, then just let us know.
The irony of this is growing up, people thought seeded watermelons and seeded grapes were annoying. And now it's like you can't see it, smell it, or find it. I would have to
That is
find,
ironic, Shireen. And I
yeah,
didn't
that's
even
the
really eat.
irony in this, right?
I was scared to eat the seeds. Like they used to make us believe, I don't know who
It's gonna
said
grow inside of you.
it. A watermelon would grow inside of you. And so like I'm eating, I'm thinking, oh my God, I think I just got a seed. Because it's so easy to, eat watermelon and not pick out all the seeds.
Even
And now
grapes were
knowing
worse.
how beneficial seeds are, it's like, let me keep eating the seeds. How many seeds can I get to get a little crunch, a different texture in this watermelon experience? So I'm glad that you said that too. But you
You
got the
know,
cards? You ready to check us out?
for me, the seeds has always been to collect the seeds so that I could,
Mm.
like, I've always kind of dreamt of either living on a farm or living on an island or whatever. I mean, I could just move to Trinidad, but living on a farm or living on an island has always been like something, like always having fresh food. So it's always been, sorry, I keep hitting my mic. Has always been like, let me collect these seeds. I actually have a lot of seeds collected. And my daughter's the same way too, collects a lot of seeds. But before, at least we were trying to before they started manufacturing them.
Girl. I think I've
Yeah.
seen this one lady take seeds. She makes food for her vegan toddler. I don't know. You might have sent me her page. I think you have sent me her page when she made the sea moss gummies. Remember, she made the sea moss gummies for
I
her
think I
daughter.
remember.
Yep,
Yeah.
you sent me
Yeah.
that on TikTok. But I saw her on Instagram. I followed her on Instagram maybe like a year ago. She took the watermelon seeds after like juicing it and stuff like that or picking them out, and she made them into a flour and made like
Mm.
cupcakes or something like that with the watermelon seeds.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
think I
that's how
remember that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is that other girl who has a farm. And she is actually making a community out of her farm, but I think she's in Atlanta.
I saw that all those acres and
No, not that girl. There's so
oh, okay.
many. There's actually so many, but this other girl,
Not that
she
girl.
no, because this one she has alpacas on her land, and she actually sells their manure because it's really good. It actually helps your vegetables and everything grow faster than normal soil, right? So if you see her, you can actually go and stay on her land, but I think she's trying to like create a community where you can go, and I know you can rent rooms, like a room there or something, and go and enjoy the experience, but yeah, nothing's coming out here.
Okay.
Anyhow, this was fun. I didn't realize my little confession here was going to turn into a whole challenge. Ooh,
But
ooh,
they love that from us. They love going on
mhm,
a journey with us.
mhm.
And then it's even better when they're doing it with us and not just watching us go through it. So I'm so excited that you were able to kind of live on the edge and open up and tell us about that.
Mm.
Listening.
All right. Our word is heal. Your
What?
hurt heal, right? How fitting.
Very
Your
fitting. So in the show notes, y'all, is the heal method training. So make sure you register
I'm gonna
for the
write this
training. Whenever
down.
you see it, you'll check it in the
Let me
Wellness with
see it.
Giovanni show notes. The link is there for you to sign up for the training so you can start healing for real. Give us the context on the card, Shireen.
All right. All right. I was trying to type it out. Let's see. I can't even see what I'm doing. Let me
It's
see. Hold on.
okay. Say it and I'll type it.
I want to type because I never get to type my stuff out. So I want to type if
Oh,
I can
okay.
see it.
All right.
There we go. I started typing it.
Dion said there
Heal.
are so many
Your
girls in
hurt
the world.
has
Oh,
to be. Say it again.
Dion said there are so many girls in the world.
So many girls.
Dion said there are so many girls in the world.
Oh, okay. Okay, Dion. Nayetta, you better watch that one. Okay, you ready? Heal. Hopefully I wrote this okay. What happened? What am I missing? Let me go back over
I,
there.
I don't see it.
Oh, I don't know. I saw you do something, so I feel like I need to go see what I'm missing.
Oh, no. Nayetta just said she knows the lady you're talking about. She's a single mom of like 5.
Yes. She's great. Yeah. What was this one? Oh, okay. I'm missing everything.
You are, but I don't see your. Did you type it
I
out?
know. Yes, I did. Here it goes. Alrighty. Heal. Did I write it okay? Your heal has to be heard before it can be healed.
Mm.
You're hurt. You're hurt. Not
Okay. All right.
Your hurt has
All
to
right.
be heard. Let me write it again. Your hurt
And I'm
has
gonna be
to
here
be
like,
heard. Yeah. That's what I was like. Okay, your hurt has to be heard before it can be
your
healed.
hurt have
And
to be
actually,
heard.
that does make sense because there you go. That's the correct one there. Because I mentioned my confession, and my confession was heard, and now we all gonna heal.
And we are.
A word.
And we are. All right, y'all. So I'm excited. Let's get out here for the hunt for our watermelon, right? Whether you're doing 1, 2, or 3 days by the time we come back for Herbal Tea Thursday. On this good old Thursday coming up next week. All right, next week, y'all. It's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach Giovanni, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Check the show notes. Got some healthy guides for you, digital products, as well as a free training. Those links are in my show notes. And it's been another Herbal Tea Thursday with my girl.
Shireen. And I am the founder of Perspective Studio Productions and the host of Voices and Vibes podcast. And the next person to be easing into the watermelon challenge. That's all I got for you. But
Yeah,
but
it's
I
your
am going
healing,
to
your journey.
but I am going to document this. And it's weird because like you know how you see people doing it on TikTok? I feel like TikTok is more like freeing than like Instagram. Maybe I'll just document it here on YouTube. Like I don't know like
Put it
where to put.
everywhere. You always tell me, put it
Not
everywhere.
I don't feel like it applies to Instagram. So I don't think I would put it there.
Okay. It's your
Yeah.
content. You're creative.
Um um Instagram has made a change. Google has made a change as of today. I got an email that said that as of the 10th. So now when you search things, here, let me see. I have it open right in front of me here. Google made a change as of the 10th of July. So now when you have a post on Instagram, it will actually show up in Google. So it's going to be a part of your SEO. So when we're
Let's go,
doing
about time. We ain't
yeah,
just
so
there to be
when you're
showing off for
looking for your
Instagram. Come on.
when you're looking for your tags and everything for your SEO, now
Oh,
you
so
got to
that's
like
why
make
you scared to go on Instagram?
no, I just that I
Oh.
don't think that's the audience for it. No, not
Oh,
my
okay, got you.
Insta. Yeah,
Got
that's
you.
not the audience for it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All
Mm-hmm,
right. Well,
mm-hmm.
y'all, it's been another awesome vibe with
It
y'all. Thanks for
has.
tuning in. Definitely make sure if you catch the replay to interact, engage, wellness win. Let us know if you coming in on the watermelon fast cleanse. And just let us know how
Mm-hmm.
you vibing.
That's it. We will see you next week, and we will see how you did on the challenge.
How we all did. Remember, it's your healing, your journey. Don't go for perfection, go for progress and the benefits. Thanks for vibing with us, y'all.
Take care, everyone.